folks, welcome back to Dr Africa. This is Chris once again. Hey folks, welcome back to Dr Africa. This is Chris. Well, if you have a source, you better rush out and get it. Am I talking about an illicit substance? Am I talking about something that's banned and illegal? No, not at all. I'm talking about the shameful decision of the Dr. Suess Enterprises today to stop selling 6 of Dr. Seuss's books. Of course, Dr. Theodor Seuss died in 1991, has sold nearly 700 million copies of his books. Nearly 500 million since he passed in 1991. Apparently, it doesn't matter how successful and how influential and how beloved you are around the world, you can be counseled by idiots in the 21st century. Let's talk specifically about this. Today, Dr. Suess Enterprises issued this statement, the 2nd of March, 2021. Today, on Dr. Seuss's birthday, Dr. Suess Enterprises celebrates reading and also our mission of supporting all children and families with messages of hope, inspiration, inclusion, and friendship. We're committed to action. To that end, Dr. Suess Enterprises, working with a panel of experts, including educators, reviewed our catalog of titles and made the decision last year, to cease publication and licensing the following titles. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street, If I Ran the Zoo, McElligot's Pull, On Beyond Zebra, Scrambled Eggs Super, and The Cat's Quizzler. These books portray people in ways that are hurtful and wrong. Ceasing sales of these books is only part of our commitment and our broader plan to ensure Dr. Suess Enterprises catalog represents and supports all communities and families. Well, now that you've heard that load of malarkey, wow, they're going to cease these books over racist and insensitive imagery. Here's the thing I got to say about Dr. Seuss. I always thought The Cat in the Hat was pretty creepy. Never really got the appeal for it. His books were kind of weird, his little rhymes and everything. Did nothing for me. They weren't harmful. I saw them all when I was a kid. Not all of them, but the ones that are available in libraries and such, and others had. Never drove me to be racist or to view people in a different fashion. How inept and stupid do they think human beings are? This is unbelievable. And it's even worse because today is National Read Across America Day. The 2nd of March is National Read Across America Day. Why not? We have a day for everything else, but it's National Read Across America Day. This is a day that schools celebrate Dr. Seuss's birthday. So we're going to ban books on his birthday. A prolific author. Wow. Ceasing sales of these books is only part of our commitment and our broader plan to ensure Dr. Suess Enterprises catalog represents and supports all communities and families. Well, except Dr. Seuss and the 500 million or billion of people around the planet who adore Dr. Seuss, including places like Asia and Africa. Wow. Here's the thing. The decision was made last year in 2020. Where were the announcements so we could purchase these books? No, this is dirty, shifty, and underhanded to prevent people from having the books. I went to Amazon, Books A Million, Barnes & Noble, couldn't find a single copy of any of these books. They're just not there. And they're not on Dr. Suess Enterprises' site. They've removed them as well. This is censorship. Censorship. Who are they to decide what's harmful? It's disgraceful. Wow. Decision made last year, but only announced today on Dr. Seuss's birthday. Talk about insult to injury. Wow. Dr. Suess Enterprises listened and took feedback from our audiences, including teachers, academics, teachers, academics, leftist slime balls. There you go. And specialists in the field as part of our review process. We then worked with a panel of experts, including educators, to review our catalog of titles. But what about readers? What about people who buy all of these books and allow you to have a job that pays your bills and your mortgage so you can censor content? Did you talk to them? No mention of the audience that actually buys these books. It's wildly popular to this day. 500 million copies of Dr. Seuss's books have been sold since he died in 1991. That's far away and above what was sold during his entire lifetime. Recently, a Virginia school decided to discourage recognition of National Read Across America Day because of the controversy surrounding Dr. Seuss, who's supposedly a racist and a bigot, and so many other things that are charged of him after he's dead. The cowards didn't have the courage to say this about him when he was alive. This prompted discussion of the author and decisions to cancel his work on social media. So they're going after a dead man on social media. Wow. The school has clarified on a 27 February statement that it's not banning the author's books. So what? So what? You're not going to celebrate National Read Across America Day because Dr. Seuss is the one who inspired it? This is insane. Now let's put this in perspective. Dr. Seuss was born in 1904, died in 1991. His books are sold in more than 100 countries. 100. Over half the countries on this planet buy his books. Now, if you want copies in Spanish, they're still available, but not in English. Wow. For example, How the Grinch Stole Christmas alone earned $33 million in 2020. Now, that's up from just $9.5 million 5 years prior. So his books are gaining in popularity. Forbes lists him as the number 2 highest paid dead celebrity in 2020. Only Michael Jackson's estate makes more from his celebrity than Dr. Seuss in his death. Wow. Wow. Now, he's been adored by millions of kids all over the world for decades for the positive values that he includes in his works, includes things like environmentalism and tolerance. Yet, he's been accused in recent years of misportraying Black, Asian, and other characters in his books. Wow. The National Education Association, which founded Read Across America Day back in 1998 and deliberately aligned it with his birthday, has for several years de-emphasized Seuss and encouraged a more diverse reading list for children. But apparently that's not enough. De-emphasizing the man who inspired National Read Across America Day is not sufficient. You have to cancel him, and you have to deny consumers the ability to buy his books. If you find his books offensive, then don't buy them. I find Robert Mapplethorpe highly offensive. I don't look at his so-called art, but I don't cancel Robert Mapplethorpe. You people are sick, 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 sick fascist. And you'll be the death of civilization. You're not helping people. You're not preventing harm. You're causing harm. You don't avoid a Holocaust by denying that it occurred. You don't avoid a resurgence of National Socialism by banning books. The Germans banned Mein Kampf after the Second World War. What a bunch of idiots. How in the world are people supposed to know what's morally right and wrong if they can't look at what occurred in the past? Will we cover up the genocide of the Armenians? Will we cover up Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge? You certainly already covered up the Chinese Cultural Revolution, which 20 million Chinese were murdered by their own government. Never talked about these days. What about what happened in the Ukraine with collectivization? Covered up. Well, we have time to accuse Donald Trump of being a racist, a man who uplifts people of all races, colors, and sexual orientations, and fraudulently call him names. You're sick. You're all really, really sick. And shame on you, Dr. Suess Enterprises. I've been to your museum and to your location, and I will never travel there again. You disgrace the memory of Dr. Seuss by kowtowing to these fictional stories about him. And even if they are true, why do you cancel them out? This in America. What the hell happened to this country? This is a disgrace.